Hello, I found this beautiful illustration by Karina Lukin, and it puzzled me. I was trying to figure out what was going on here, and that inspired me to read the book, because this is an illustration for the book Adrian Simcox Does Not Have a Horse by Marcy Campbell. And also I noticed inside there's an inscription. It says, "To Isa, may you always see with kindness." And it's signed by the illustrator. Adrian Simcox sits all by himself, probably daydreaming again. And Adrian Simcox tells anyone who will listen that he has a horse. Some kids believe him, but I don't. He lives in town like me, and I know you can't have a horse in town. Where would he put it? I asked Jamie at recess. Jamie said Adrian lives with his grandpa, and their house is very small, and there's hardly any yard. She said, "The horse goes to the country sometimes. That's what Adrian says." Ha! Jamie will believe anything. I told my mom about Adrian's horse and how he definitely does not have one. She said, "and how would you know, Miss Smarty Pants?" "Because I know. Adrian Simcox does not have a horse. Adrian Simcox gets a free lunch at school, and his shoes have holes. Kelsey told me her cousin has a horse, and they're super expensive. He can't take care of a horse. Adrian Simcox can't even take care of his own desk. The teacher always says, we must try to be understanding. We have to be patient." But I am tired of being patient with Adrian Simcox, and I'm tired of trying to understand why he's telling everybody that he has a horse, and he doesn't. The next day, by the swings, he was telling a bunch of little kids about his beautiful horse with a white coat and a golden mane, saying, he said, "the biggest, brownest eyes of any horse anywhere." So I yelled from the monkey bars, "He's lying! Adrian Simcox does not have a horse." But I thought, even though I was upside down, I could see that made Adrian Simcox really sad. That night, I told my mom how Adrian was lying about his horse again. And she said, "Chloe, it's time to take Chompers for a walk. A little dog is a perfectly normal pet to have in town." Mom walked even faster than usual. So I had to run with Chompers to keep up. But when she got to the corner where we always turn left, she turned right. "Why are we going over here?" I asked. Chompers loved it, but I didn't. All the houses looked like they might fall down. And even though it wasn't trash day, it looked like it was. And Mom kept walking. When somebody said, "Evening," she said, "Evening," right back. And then I saw him, Adrian Simcox, at a little house down the street. I stopped walking. Chompers kept pulling. "That's Adrian Simcox," I said. "Yes, I know. I met his grandpa at the back-to-school night." "Now, come on," said Mom. It was the tiniest house I'd ever saw. It was like half of our house. Mom started talking to Adrian's grandpa, and Adrian said, "I like your dog." Chompers pulled at the leash from my hand and went over and licked Adrian Simcox right on the face. I could see the backyard. It was no place for a horse, that's for sure. I could feel some words coming up in my mouth. And tangling in there, like I had swallowed something that went down the wrong way. You do not have a horse. But I didn't say it because how Adrian was looking, and he reminded me of when I told the little kids that he was lying. Adrian Simcox tossed a ball at me. I caught it, and then I tossed it back. It was kind of cool to see Adrian Simcox smile, so I asked him. I said, "Is your horse at the farm?" And Adrian started talking about his horse. "Oh, with a white coat and a golden mane and the biggest, brownest eyes of any horse anywhere." And then I thought Adrian Simcox was just had the best imagination of any kid in our whole school. Can you see the horse? What about now? I also thought he had the most beautiful horse of anyone, anywhere. Please come to the library if you have time to look at some of the beautiful picture books we have there.